You ever catch yourself replaying this same conversation in the shower or while you're trying to fall asleep and you just can't let it go? I used to think it was because the situation really mattered. Maybe they misunderstood me. Maybe it was unfair. Maybe I didn't explain myself clearly. But after enough ordinary moments, I noticed something. The situation always changes, but my reaction felt often the same. Different people, different conversations, different years. But the urgency, the need to explain, the frustration over being misunderstood, all felt familiar. And that's when I stopped asking questions like, who's wrong? Or what's wrong with me? And started asking, what's really happening here? Not to excuse anyone, not to blame myself, but to understand the whole picture before deciding what it meant. I realized curiosity had to come first. In order for the pause to happen, I had to become curious long enough to interrupt my automatic story. And once my mind slowed down, my body usually followed. The urgency faded. The pressure to solve this right now quieted down. And I could finally see the situation more clearly. And that's what led me to the questions I've been sharing this week. When anticipation is bigger than the item, I ask, what am I hoping this will change? When my mind goes blank from small talk, I ask, what am I trying so hard to get right? And when something goes wrong, I ask, does blaming someone make this feel more controllable? Now, none of these questions magically solve anything, but they slow me down long enough to understand what's really happening. And that understanding gives me real choice. This is what surprised me the most. This was never about getting quieter or more passive. This was never about letting people get away with things. It's about holding onto the truth long enough for it to be seen. It's about holding people accountable instead of getting lost in reactions, and building self-trust that isn't easily shaken. I still have difficult conversations. I still stand my ground, but I do it from a much clearer place. If there's one thing I want you to take away, it's this. You don't have to believe your first explanation. Sometimes the situation changes, but the reaction stays the same. And that may be the most important clue of all. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me today. I really appreciate you being here. I'd love to hear in the comments what moment resonated with you the most. And I'll see you next week as we keep uncovering more clues in ordinary moments.